broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Mima is famous. We already knew it, but tonight I feel like
stars.
making stars. We're making stars. Stars in the light. Stars in the light.
They gotta make them.
They gotta make them.
I mean,
you make them and you break them.
I make them, I break them, I flip them, I smack them. I make them money. Yeah.
We are back for another recap of Hollywood Hillbillies. We are all drinking water, I swear.
I made that Coke. Thank you.
I'm Ashley Daniels with my lovely co-host.
Hi guys, I'm Roxy Striar.
And our lovely co-host,
David Weintraub, Weintraub,
Star of the show.
You know something?
Weintraub.
I just went to the car auction in Riverside.
What's the car auction?
The car auction where we buy cars for this little car company that we're doing.
Oh.
And I had 7 people all there, fans of the show, pull me aside for pictures. I love you, fans. Thank you for being you, and thank you for loving the show.
That's awesome.
And for loving you.
Out in Riverside, mad fans, mad Hollywood Hillbillies watchers. They're like the ginger. You running that ginger.
But they're for cars, so maybe a lot of car people watch the show.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
that's cool.
Yeah. Maybe they like Johnny a lot. He knows all about the cars.
Those Hollywood Hillbillies fans, they're diehards. I always like to know what they watch, and they'll like spit me lines of episodes. They have every line that Mima has ever said. Weird lines that I've said. It's just bizarre.
Do you have a favorite line from you or Mima? Really putting him on the spot there.
I mean, God, there's so many. I mean, anytime they use my last name in a line, when they're like, Weintraub, you know, it's not David did this or David's on the phone.
Weintraub.
David's outside waiting for you. It's Weintraub.
Yeah, that's pretty good, actually.
I think that's country enough.
Yeah.
It is, but it has a little bit of tone. It's a tonal quality.
Well, what we learned tonight was apparently even Mima isn't very, she can be a little New York at times, or so they say.
What in the...
What
can you
was
believe
that? And that she needed to be more
nuts.
hillbilly.
That's
that
nuts.
was hilarious.
We're not there yet, but I have a lot to say about the whole
get into it.
The whole
Well, let's
process.
start from the
Let's get
beginning.
into
Let's
it.
start from the beginning so
We'll
we can
get
make
there.
people wait and, salivate over, this next half an hour what we're going to get to.
Can I have some more of that vodka? I mean, Diet Coke.
I'm so sorry,
You mean
guys.
whiskey?
It's the only way we
You
can
mean
get him
Diet
out of his
Coke?
shells.
Because he's really shy and quiet.
He is.
And it's rainy.
Wallflower.
It's rainy today.
Is it raining again?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
raining. It's raining.
Right now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Los Angeles is just always raining here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really bad
June
weather.
June gloom.
And can we all say these girls look amazing today? Look at these outfits.
You know what?
Stylish.
We had an audition, otherwise I'd be in pajamas.
Dude, they are going in.
We did.
But thank you.
Sexiness is at a
David
12
is a charmer.
today.
David's a charmer. I'll
12,
tell you.
12,
Thank you.
12 today.
Thanks,
Thank you.
David.
Thank you,
I like your
ladies.
middle finger necklace.
Thank you. It's new.
It's a pointer. It's not a middle finger. He's pointing to something.
Middle finger.
It's a middle finger.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, she's so naive.
Yeah.
I thought that it was pointing
She's
to
so
something down
naive.
below.
It's a
I
rose
thought that was a
gold
pointing
It
middle
is
finger.
pointing to something down below, but it's pointing to
It
it
was
with the middle
custom
finger.
made. It's a one of a kind for
I bet
DW.
it is. I bet
I
it is.
Instagrammed today a picture of me when I was 7 giving the middle finger, so I'm well aware of the
right
middle
there.
finger. Anyway,
Is
back
that
to Hollywood
gold? Or is it
Hillbillies.
like
Rose gold.
Rose. It's beautiful.
Rose
the
gold.
color.
Want to get the matcher.
Yeah, I love that.
He's
You know.
wicked popular.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, okay. We have in the beginning, David, you are telling Michael that you want him to bring Mima to the office.
I know, and that was bizarre because
Bizarre to Michael, I think.
Because normally they just show up and they're just like, oh, I got my family in tow with me. We're like trying to have a business meeting. But this time I'm like, you know what? I need to get Mima down there.
I think that he was a little jealous, to be honest. Did you get that sense at
That
all?
was a little bit of jelly roll.
Yeah.
You know, a little jelly. But you got to understand what's what's good for the family is good for Michael. What's good for Michael is good for the family.
Yeah.
So it all works. That's the best part about being in a business with your family.
Well,
is
I
that it all
completely understand
benefits.
that, but I didn't feel like Michael understood that. I felt like he needed a little talking to. Like, all right, Michael, you always have your time to shine. This is some money coming in for Mima. This is some fame coming in for her. You are the Hollywood Hillbillies, so
You know, the thing is, when they were when I was talking to the CEO of Arma, I said, you know, we were talking about Where's the Beef? You know, that Where's the Beef ad, that
Yeah,
famous one from the
of course.
80s. And I'm like, that old lady, everybody loved her. You know, it's like we're sitting here with Mima, who's a beloved character.
Of course.
Like, and she's got a bigger personality than Where's the Beef? You know, that's
Absolutely.
a one-line thing. Mima's a 20-line machine. So
20?
They
500.
20 to 5,000
Yeah.
line machine. So they felt it and they were like, let's figure it out.
Wait, so can we talk a little more about that? Are they friends of yours? How did you guys get in touch?
These are business associates of mine. I work with a lot of different brands, and we do a lot of brand endorsement deals. My company specializes in that area. So when brands come up and they want to do a commercial, they'll reach out to me and say what talent is available. And, you know, sometimes I pitch stuff out on a whim, and I pitched out Mima. And
Are they looking for names always?
They're looking for names or characters, or, you know, the viral community has opened up such a big door with Instagram stars and
right.
Twitter stars and YouTube guys. So that opens up a big door for a lot of the guys that we're trying to break, that we found and that we're sort of, you know, garnishing. But Mima, they love from the jump.
Okay,
Right.
Ash and I are going to be real with you for a second, and you tell me if we're wrong.
Keep it 100.
Yeah.
But we
150.
kind of felt like Mima didn't love this drink at first, and she was having some difficulties.
Oh my God. I was like, when we busted out that
she
drink.
knew. Like, first of all, I give total props to keep not editing that out, keeping it real with the show,
Absolutely.
and that's props to Asylum.
Let me say
obviously.
one thing.
Yeah.
Arma does taste good. I gave her, when I had the samples, I didn't have them cold in my office. So when you drink a warm soda off the bat,
Gross,
it's a
always.
little gross.
It's always gross,
so
yeah.
that was really her reaction. And then she's drinking, you know, Mima's not a big she's more of like a Yoo-hoo drinker and not a Red
Well, she
Bull
doesn't like
drinker.
carbonation,
Right.
But I felt like it was like after she did that initial, you know, sometimes you say something then you try to take it back.
Right.
She was trying to take it back with the spiciness and the carbonation. I just think initially,
Yeah.
I don't blame her. She eats really good, fattening food all the time.
Yeah.
You know, when you have an energy drink, they're never going to be that
Right.
delicious. 5
See,
Hour
Mima
Energy, all those
wasn't
drinks,
ready to
they have
walk-
a weird, different, distinct taste to them.
She wasn't ready to walk in and have some spicy nuts.
Yes,
and
those
some,
sound
you know,
amazing. I wish you brought some,
spicy
actually.
Nuts, spicy nuts with energy.
Can you bring those?
energy
do you
and
have
nuts.
any from Arma?
I
The
don't
nuts.
have
Sorry,
any left.
I love spicy nuts.
Ash,
Got
I
a lot of
can't.
people,
Spicy
a lot of people in my
nuts.
office eat nuts, so it's like
I
they
love-
went really quickly.
I am done asking David to bring anything
Yeah,
in for us.
I know. It's kind of rude, actually, that you didn't bring any.
So honestly, if he
Maybe we should
does
just
one
reach
day come
right
in
out
with the
to-
spicy nuts, then I will eat his spicy nuts.
Will you bring your spicy nuts next time? I'm dead serious.
It's funny.
I know
'cause
you
my
have a
spicy
whole,
nuts are here.
I know you can send everything on earth. I know
Just
it.
kidding.
I know you have a million
Everybody,
spicy nuts in your
listen,
office.
I'm dead. Reels is not going to be happy. Okay, let's get back to the subject.
Anyway.
here.
Okay.
Let's
Here's-
talking about the show.
Here's the
Yeah.
thing.
Spicy nuts.
Reels
Here's the thing, though.
is always very happy.
So
They're happy people.
Yes.
So she goes and she's kind of making this wincy face, but then when she actually meets with the guys and they give her one of the drinks,
Well, but we also had to talk her into it. The money, you know, the money was like less, you know.
she was a hard no. Then you said,
Hard
we're
no.
going to give you $800, and then
800.
she was very
800
quickly.
is a good afternoon because 800 goes far in Mima land, and that's a fun little afternoon for her to go do something.
Yeah, I agree, but what were you saying?
Not only that, but I feel like this is one of those things that she should want to do for free because it just gets her name out there more, and it's kind of fun to go
No,
like
I
that.
disagree.
the
I
one-
disagree. I don't think she should do it for free.
Absolutely not. I agree.
Because I
I'm
do
not saying
think
she should. I'm saying should want to.
See, I don't think she should want to because I think that's her personality. I think she knows her worth because she knows Michael's worth. She always fights you on what Michael makes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think Mima's one of those people where she should stick to it and say, no, I'm going to get paid because at the end of the day, once you take one thing for free, that word gets around, and then people are like, oh, she worked for free.
Absolutely. I'm not saying that they shouldn't offer her money. I'm just saying
I know what you're saying.
Listen, no hillbilly is going to work for free in DWE talent.
I wouldn't assume that she'd even want to work for free. Is what I'm saying.
No chance.
You know, I get what you're saying. I just feel she might not want to.
Yeah, no, she's a catch for this. I mean, I think that it was a great idea. I thought that the end result of the commercial was awesome.
But wait, before we get to that, I just wanted to get to the part with before the commercial and all that. Going back to what Roxy said about how Michael seemed a little jealous.
Yeah,
it was about the studio too.
Well, yeah,
right?
because we had to have a hard conversation that day about what we were really spending money on and what we were getting out of the money that was being spent. So that was a real conversation. So that to then hit him with kind of like we got to scale back the studio stuff, and then to hit him with, but I got a job from Mima. Right. That's a lot to take in one moment, because the center of what we're doing here is Michael. Michael is the priority one. We represent him. We're trying to get his career off the ground and do what we do by making him a real live artist, celebrity.
Right. Well, again, props to you guys though for actually showing this, because I have a lot of friends who are artists and some of them that do pretty well for themselves. But you can't just be in the studio and starting to think about what things you're going to say or whatever. It is so ridiculously expensive. So all of them have home systems or home studios or whatever. You have to. When you have as many thoughts as Michael does, when you can do all this stuff and you can write and you can experiment, you need a place to do that. And it can't be in $1,000 an hour studio. No. Where you're not going to be able to...
Michael has what we call tornado brain.
Right.
And tornado brain is tons of thoughts, tons of ideas.
Very
and then when you have tornado brain, you can be at home and you can circulate all these thoughts in a little different segments.
Right.
Because for me, if we get sent a song and we hear just the hook or a couple lines from it to understand what the direction is, then I'm willing to invest in being like, okay, well, let's get the studio locked up, let's get the producer, let's get everybody down, let's see if we can turn this into something.
Who pays that? Who pays the studio time? Is it you? Because you're the manager. You wouldn't have to pay that, would you?
Certain things are covered with their company. Certain things are covered by Michael.
Some things by Ray J, too.
Some things by Ray J.
Now, Ray J must have his own studio space, I'm guessing, and Too Short, right? In their homes.
Yes. But those are professional recording studios. But listen, everybody's first studio at their house, even big name artists, they all started with something small, a beat machine and a computer. The thing is now you can do everything inside of one MacBook computer. You can track, you can make beats, you can do so much. You can make beats on your iPhone. I have an application that you can make beats right here.
So cool.
So it's kind of just utilizing some of those things, because pre-production shouldn't cost anything. Can't be expensive, and definitely not $1,000 an hour.
Right.
Yeah. Absolutely. Crazy. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Again, with Johnny coming in the clutch here, though, with the mattresses. Johnny surprises me every freaking week. I'm sorry, he's brilliant. He's brilliant. The way that his mind thinks and how he executes everything, I am in awe.
He said a very smart thing in the episode. He said he's not a man with a lot of resources, but he's a resourcul man. Yes. And that is such a smart line.
I wrote it down. It's brilliant. He is. He's so resourceful.
Yep.
To even think about that, I would never think, okay, how am I going to soundproof this? I'm going to have to double wall everything. I'm going to have to insulate it, whatever. It's going to cost me a couple $1,000s to do the first step. He went around the city and got a bunch of mattresses.
And props to just the fact that they did that, because mattresses are not very clean, especially when they're coming from the street in someone's house, and they've been tossed, which means they're dirty. So I'm just thinking to myself, what stains were on those mattresses, and you have to really want it and to bring those things into the house.
They put that, we turned the little breakfast nook, breakfast room in the kitchen into the studio. So
okay, are they still in the same house that they were in last year, though? They are. So then she's not going to get mad about that?
Well, they don't really eat. They eat breakfast in the dining room because it's a bigger table.
But still, the mattresses, they must fall down every once in a while, and they can't be
I don't, listen.
But you must be really proud of him for doing it and using what he has.
We're just glad that nobody got hepatitis from the mattresses.
So you guys had to have thought of that for 2 seconds, and not that, but that it was dirty.
Well, I didn't even notice the mattresses till a couple weeks later when I went in to go look at how the studio had turned out, and I was like,
did you expect that at all?
Well, I leaned up against it, and there was this weird pussy thing. I'm just kidding.
I'm not saying that.
I'm just kidding. No, everything was fine. It was cleanly. Look. It's not everybody can put up the best soundproofing in a kitchen, but it's enough to get the mic to sound right. This is a grassroots situation still, you know? And when you're trying to make music, you still have to play around and figure it out.
I'm not kidding. I think this is really aspirational for artists at home. Like, figure it out. You can do it.
Yeah.
No, you might not have the money. You might not have the resources. You might not have any of that, but you can figure this out.
Get some dirty mattresses. Have a good time.
My gosh.
You're making a joke,
Have a good
but I'm
time.
serious.
Send us, tweet us, and let us know how those dirty mattresses
I'm
work
really
out.
serious, though, David. I think that the way that he uses his mind in both of them, that they're just willing to do whatever it takes. I think that's amazing.
Yes.
Agreed. But back to the commercial now, because it was so interesting.
So we had to head out to
what was the director's name again?
Steven Spielberg.
Right.
Was it
No, I'm
Steven
just kidding.
something, though?
No, I can't. I don't know.
was
He looks
Kevin?
super familiar. Anyway.
Antoine Fuqua.
Oh,
No, I'm
perfect.
just kidding.
I thought so.
No.
Anyway,
no.
well, props to him. He did a great
He
job.
did a great job. He was dope. And everybody at Arma, shout out to everybody at Arma. Thank you guys so much. I mean,
Arma, we want to try your drinks, by the way.
Arma's bomb. Arma in like the ski, snowboard, bike community, it's a big drink.
That's
Wait.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That must give you a lot of energy.
They're on the come up.
Cool.
Wait, I forgot, and I just started looking at my notes, and I need to go back for 1 second because I didn't say anything about this. Butterballing?
Yes,
I'm sorry. When did that
Butterballing
become a thing?
actually should have its own AfterBuzz dedicated to it because Butterballing.
You could do a whole hour.
Butterballing is like an hour subject, and
Yeah.
there is a Butterballing song that exists.
I bet there is.
And Butterballing, the song, is actually.
Make sure you're in the mic. People can hear.
It's actually not Michael Cottrell.
Oh.
It's me.
Ha!
You rap a song called Butterballing.
I knew you always wanted to be a rapper.
Me,
I
Michael
secretly
wanted me
knew.
to do the hook on a song, and I went in the booth to do the hook, and they just they realized that I was just so dope that I had to jump in the rap game, and I started rapping.
Is he being serious?
No, he's definitely not.
No, I'm
know,
being
no, you're
100%.
not.
Track D, they heard me rap. I did the chorus for the song.
Okay.
And they said, you should just do the whole song.
So you did want to be a rapper when you were younger,
Butterball
right?
does exist, and Butterball will be coming out at a certain point. We're just figuring out how we want to roll it out. But
David, answer the for real.
Yeah.
For 5 minutes of your life, you wanted to be a rapper, right?
Never.
Never?
Are you-
You totally did.
No, the bigger question.
No.
The bigger
I had a lot
question.
of friends who did. White friends
You
from Beverly
really
Hills
didn't?
that did. No, I never wanted
All right,
to.
okay.
I wanted to
I
be.
believe you.
I wanted to be in a band. I wanted.
you did? What
I
did
was
you wanna
in
play?
bands. Well, I play guitar, drums, keyboard.
You play the drums? That's my goal in life, by the way. To make sure I play the drums before I die.
I'm sticking with this still. I'm still on Butterballing because
Okay.
I can't get quite over it. You sing the lyrics, but are they true to your heart? Are you Butterballing?
When I rap, I become, because I managed Short for so long
Yeah.
now, I become a white version of Too Short. So my raps are pretty out there.
You have a different persona.
Interesting.
Oh, boy.
So it's not like an Eminem. It's
No.
like a white Too Short.
No, it's like a white Too Short.
I can
It's
picture
like
that.
a white
Can we get a
Jewish
sample?
It's like a white Jewish Too Short. No,
I can
'cause
drop a beat.
I don't go there with it. I go in.
Okay.
But we're gonna do something with it. Michael's ready, and it's a very.
You need backup singers, you know.
I need some backup
Some doo-wop.
booty dancers.
We're in.
Okay, to me,
I learned to twerk on Periscope from shout out to DJ Jesse
DJ
Janity.
This is what I think
DJ
of
Jesse
when I think of
Janity.
Butterballing. I think of Bubble Butt. Remember that song?
Bubble Butt.
Yeah.
Bubble butt.
Butterball. Butter
Yes.
Butterball.
Bread,
Butterballin',
bread.
butterballin'.
Anyway, we'll go back in.
Butterballin'.
Anyway.
Like, it's so special. That's why we're gonna put it out, and we're gonna.
All right. Well, I'm excited. Everybody
We'll
else
do
is
an
excited.
AfterBuzz for that.
Okay.
So-
sorry, continue.
No. I wanted to just make sure we get to the part of the
Commercial,
commercial that
right.
are important. So
Dang, that
so
good
interesting
drang.
with the Moo first of all, that you were able to get two of the same ones.
Yes.
That was so interesting.
Yes. Well,
that's not easy to find two.
When we send our minions out to buy moo-moos, they always get two. Because
Really?
you never know if we're going to have
Stained or
a
something.
great scene and we need to do, you know what I mean? We need to have a backup moo-moo.
David.
Mima always has backup moo-moos that are bought by minions.
I got to tell you,
Backup Moo
That-
bought by Minions.
that guy, the stunt double, didn't look as good in the moo as you did last season.
Well.
I'll tell you that.
Well,
I'll give you that much.
I got a little more junk in the trunk, if you know
I
what
mean,
I mean.
you really that
More
was-
than Mima.
The fact
Mima's
that
got
was
no
never
junk
on
in the trunk.
TMZ is beyond. Like
What?
you and a Moo.
Me and
Like
a moo-moo?
literally the number one like manager in Hollywood wearing a Moo about
I'm about
AfterBuzz
that
TV.
moo-moo life.
You got so lucky.
Moo-moo life for life.
For life?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
But in terms of the Arma commercial itself, it was so funny because
You mean the finished product?
no, during the while they were
filming.
taping it was so interesting because Mima once again does not mind speaking her mind.
Yeah.
She had no problem saying, I'm done. Why should I have to repeat this 50 times? The whole thing with the commercials, you have to be able to stand there all day on set and say the same thing.
Right.
She's like, I said it 50,000 times. I'm over it.
She had one line
So
too that
funny.
was so funny. The guy was like, "Can you do it?"
I wrote it down.
More tired, but
More time. No, more energy, but more tired.
No, this is exactly what he said. I wrote it down because it's the
is
story of my
funny.
life. More energy and more
I said it.
tired.
More energy, more tired.
I wrote down story of my life. This is what I had to talk about.
Yeah.
Every single audition you ever go on, and I wanted to punch this guy in the face for a second because what are you talking about? Like Mima expressed the struggles and frustration of every actor out there when your director tells you something and you're like, you just contradicted yourself in the same sentence.
Yeah.
More energy and more tired. What are you talking
get it.
about?
I actually
can do it.
understand
I know
it.
how to take direction. More energy, more tired is like, I'm so tired.
Thank you. I agree.
That's being more energy and so
Roxy,
tired.
before you
But
say
the
something,
words-
I agree. Because before you say that, 'cause
Dude,
I'm
I'm like the next George
I think what he
Clooney
needed
up
to
here,
say was more
okay?
dramatic, tired. Like a more dramatic version
Listen,
of being tired.
we're doing an energy
Because I get
drink,
what Roxy said.
energy drink, low budget commercial. Come on.
So the dramatic would be the energy.
Okay, Ashley Scorsese.
You know?
The line-
So more, now start again. I want you to do more dramatic now, but with the tired.
No. Oh.
I'm so tired.
No,
Energy. No energy.
So, I'm so tired.
Okay. What you guys are doing right now?
so
No,
tired.
listen to me. You rewriting.
So we're
the
not going to
script.
be on Broadway?
You're rewriting the script. The words are not. I'm so tired. It's I'm done with this. So you're not allowed to say tired. So that's not how you can show being tired. More energy and more tired.
It's nah. I'm worn out. And by the way, in the final version, they used
the one with her not going up in the word out.
Yes,
So interesting.
She did.
So she was right.
She was right. Because you know why? That had the funny connotation.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm worn out.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
I'm done. Bye.
Yeah.
I think she killed it.
She
and
did.
She did.
A lot of directors think they know what they want, and clearly he did a good job because the commercial ended up really well. But that is the frustration I felt Mima in that moment. Like, what are
They
you
need
saying?
options, but
Yeah.
and so, you know, when they cut
me
it, and that makes
options.
sense. But I totally agree. If he said, like, we need a more dramatic version of you being tired, she could be like, okay, maybe she'd understand it a little more.
Exactly.
More energy and more
But
tired.
you're also an actor. I don't get told, like, do this way. Or that must be frustrating, especially when you're, like, getting told, like, cry more, but be happy. And you're like, what?
Right.
So I get it.
Right.
Always. So Mima,
It's hard out
I
there.
feel you.
Roxy
It's the
feels
start
it.
of a long filming career for you, my friend. You killed it.
Soap operas are next. She'll have to get that stare down, that, like,
Yeah.
The thing I love about her on camera though is she never changes. There's no BS to it. Like, she is there and she doesn't put on her acting face, and she wasn't like, dang, that is good drank. Like, she just is
No,
her.
she stayed her.
did it. She did it. She's awesome. I think she's really
We
good.
tried to get her to actually ride the motorcycle.
oh, you did?
Yeah, because she said she did ride bikes in the past, but it was a it was
risky.
a big
That's it,
hill
yeah.
up there. To
Yeah,
ride
no,
up that
yeah.
A little
hill.
more than $800 for
Yeah.
that.
She was funny. She was trying to talk the stunt guy out of doing his job. She's like, you don't want to do this. This isn't safe.
It was so funny.
It's hilarious.
it.
But, you know.
So funny. I have such good pictures of that guy.
You know who else I felt like was a little jealous though?
Who?
Uncle
Dee
Johnny?
Dee. No, not Johnny. He's never jealous of anything.
No, but I was
Dee Dee.
saying 'cause he likes
Dee Dee
motorcycles.
said no. Dee Dee was like trying to say the lines.
Yeah, she
by
did say the line
camera.
really
She's like,
well,
was that
too.
good? And he's
Yeah.
like, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I think she just wanted to know that it was good. I think that she.
Dee Dee, it's like-
she probably thought
Wants
to
to be
herself
included.
like,
Yeah.
she wanted to be included. Yeah, because she's
It's
so
like
innocent.
bread,
Yeah,
bread.
but she was trying to chase that
Bread.
dog. It was
Bread.
so cute. She chased the little dog around
Yeah.
set.
I love her. I'm not
Oh
saying
my
that in a
God.
bad way. I'm
No,
just
I know
saying.
you're not. You
That
didn't
was
say
like
anything
a
about it.
mangy lone dog. That was like.
No, I think she
that was like some
realized she's got a
weird
lot of
set
talent
dog.
too. I think you need to start pitching Dee Dee out for some roles too.
Maybe I do.
I think you do. I say you do. Yes.
I think you're right.
And by the way, Dunkin' Donuts is opening next week, and she loves Dunkin' Donuts. So Dee Dee, if you want to come hang out with us and go to Dunkin' Donuts,
I
we
need
love
you to pitch her for more roles, but less roles.
Okay, perfect. And with that, I want to
less
say, I
roles.
want to give you props for not taking a percentage, because we did kind of talk about percentages last week.
Yes,
You
we
usually
did.
take
We did.
25%.
Some
You took
people, yeah.
nothing,
Yeah.
and you gave her all the money.
Of course.
That was really sweet. And you showed up on set all day. That's money.
course.
Is time is money.
Of course. And for me, I don't care about $80, and I would like her to. And
You
we're
could have
about the
given
big-
it to Roxy.
We're
No,
about the big money plays. No,
You don't care about it.
but that was more just like
show good faith.
It's good faith, and and I believe in Mima, and a lot of wonderful opportunities are on the horizon for Mima. So. This is one little fun little thing. Like we get more use out of using the commercial than what any commission could be off of that. So
She get residuals?
not on a commercial that size, but
Yeah, that's what I was getting at before. Is
not
this
like a
is really good.
national,
It's good exposure for her, and
Exactly.
it's a good
Great
thing to be able to
exposure, yeah.
send. So
great.
I think that sometime, one day this is going to be her making $40,000 for the commercial.
You know what else? All the Arma you can drink.
See, that's
Now all the burgers and all the Irma.
and spicy
they got
nuts.
spicy nuts. I don't know. I don't think that was included in the perk package, but all the Arma and all the fresh and meaty burgers.
So
you can
now-
eat.
Did you like the Arma when you tasted it?
I did like Arma.
did.
Arma was
Cool.
good.
Now we know
It's
that
got
he has
quite a blast.
unlimited Arma, and he still didn't bring us any.
I know. Isn't that rude?
Well, jeez, I didn't get the Arma. It's for them.
Sure.
No 10% and no Arma.
No Arma.
Ooh,
Really?
You're getting
You usually get
manhandled.
everything. I feel like everybody wants to send you stuff.
Like I told you, I'm about the bigger play.
yeah.
Not about the little
Ferraris,
Long game.
Lamborghinis,
baby doll, little
rose
one-day
gold.
work.
You know what?
necklaces.
That's the same with us. We're about the bigger play. I don't care if you bring us matzo ball soup, squirrel soup, the spicy nuts, the moo moo. None of that.
Or the
I don't
wine
care.
I asked
Just
for.
as long
Dirty
as
mattress
one
soup?
day, no, the dirty mattress. I don't care about that. Just as one day you show up with the Lambo for us, and then I'm okay because I'm about the long game.
Damn.
Same with you, Ash. Right?
Well, I guess we got to go
Totally
get
agree.
a Lambo so I can show up in one.
I know. I mean, like, I feel like you'd want us to look good all the time because
Right.
we're representing you.
Well,
you know?
especially in
Right.
shirts like that.
Yeah, we're
Like,
representing you.
She's getting very fancy.
I'm getting
Fancy,
fancy.
You look like you're
schmancy.
getting on a plane to Miami. I don't know.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, while we chat, we should just say we will let you guys go so you can enjoy the rest of your day. But seriously, thank you guys so much for watching the after show every week and hanging out with us. We love you.
We don't have that many episodes left.
We don't, but
We have 4 or 5.
we can always rewatch the old ones, which
Yeah.
is always fun. We always find something new every day.
Always.
But where can we find you, David, on
I am
everything? in the world?
Instagram at Sir David Weintraub and on Twitter at DWE Talent.
And you guys can find me everywhere at Roxy Striar.
And you can find me everywhere in many different names, but you can just tweet me at Ashley Daniels. It's easy enough. And we will see you next week for another recap of Hollywood Hillbillies.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Bye. See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.